Let's talk about Hex, baby.
What's he unboxing? What'd it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
I am super excited for today's book mail. This is Hex by Thomas Olde Heuvelt, and with art by Chris Behrens and magic by Suntup. It is an amazing book that really launched Thomas Olde Heuvelt's career. I talked to him about it on the channel here. I have an interview with him. I talked to him also about his other book, Echo, which I would love to see Suntup do someday. But this was his first book. It was a worldwide bestseller, took the world by storm. Any other cliches you want to add to that, go ahead. It was a big deal. In fact, it was so big and so awesome that it kind of iced Thomas Olde Heuvelt for a little while. He didn't think he could write something as big and as gnarly, and he thought it was just not going to happen for him. So he had to take a step back, regroup, and then he came out with Echo. Well, that was the next English language book that came out. He's from the Netherlands, so English is not his mother tongue, and so there's a delay between when his books are written and when they're translated to English, and so on and so forth, which means I need to go to the Netherlands and live there because I want his books as soon as possible. I about lost my mind when Suntup announced they were doing Hex, and then that feeling only multiplied when I got to interview Thomas Olde Heuvelt. So this is a continuation of that high. Now, this book started out life as an artist edition, but there was a delay. I still don't know what that delay was, but it affected all editions. It was a printing issue. So something, I think, was wrong with the copy deck, the page block, the text files, because it affected all editions. It basically delayed the book by a year. I don't know when this was supposed to land, but it was severely delayed. Initially, it was only going to be delayed 6 months, but it's been a while. And I still don't know what that issue was. Maybe the book was just hexed. Maybe it was Catherine, the witch in the book, who hexed the book. But anyway, the spell's broken because here it is. After a long wait and a wonderful upgrade, here I have the Artist Edition, which has transformed into a classic edition. Now, if you don't know, a classic edition is an artist edition that's signed by the author. That's right. During the delay time, Paul Suntup met up with Thomas Olde Heuvelt, gave him a bunch of signature sheets, and wow, what a huge upgrade to this book. Here is the bookmark with Chris Behrens art on it. Splendid stuff. Splendid, insanely awesome stuff. And the beautiful blue of that slipcase. Dang. Oh yes, we've been waiting a while, but I know this is worth every minute of that wait. Got to just pull the skin off. Got to flay it. Yeah, just got to slide it off. Bam. So here it is. Now, before this came out, I had stopped buying the artist editions, just focusing on the numbered editions. But when this was announced, I had to get the artist edition because of Chris Behrens' dust jacket. The guy makes magic. And he was a hand-picked artist by Thomas Olde Heuvelt. So you have the author's choice for artist here. And you could tell why. The guy does magic. So at the time, obviously, I didn't know it was going to be signed by the author, but I had to have it. Had to. So here is the naked book, which I have not seen. This book got to me a lot faster than others out there. So I had not seen images of the naked book. And wow, there's that smell, that huffing smell logo. This book actually beat The Omen. The Omen, the numbered edition, is on its way to me, and it was shipped before Hex. But I'm not getting The Omen until Monday, so I'll unbox that and probably post it on Tuesday. Here are the end sheets, understated for, it is an artist edition or a classic edition. Let me see what it says on the dust jacket. Dust jacket still says artist edition. There's the frontispiece. So what's awesome about this as well is it has an introduction by Josh Malerman, who is one of my favorite authors, along with Thomas Olde Heuvelt and Philip Fracassi. And he wrote the intro and he signed the numbered. So that's going to be extra overdose of magic. So I can't wait to read it. Here is some art for you to look at. But you know what? I can't wait. I got to jump right to the end. I got to jump right to that last page. And there it is. There's the Thomas Olde Heuvelt signature right there with Chris Barron's. And wow, what a huge upgrade making this book. I mean, yes, it was already going to be a magnificent book. Yes, it was always going to be a prized possession. And maybe that signature bumps it up on the secondary market in value, which is not a metric by which I judge my collection. I'll let the insurance companies and my children do that later on. But it's personally a huge upgrade for me because the guy is super talented, and to get his signature in here is incredible. The first official classic edition from Suntup will be Anya Allborn's If You See Her. That one will be signed by Anya Allborn. It'll be called the classic edition. And that's actually still available. You can buy that right now, and it should be shipping soon. This, unfortunately, is completely sold out, all editions, and you maybe can find some on the secondary now that these are landing. You will probably have some success since this is a 1,000 copy print run. You should be able to find copies floating around out there. I think I've seen some going for about $200, which is a modest markup from when it was originally published. I don't remember what the original price was. It'll probably be your best option to get a Thomas Olde Heuvelt signature in Hex because the first editions are hard to come by and they're often very pricey when you do find them. I can't wait to reread it as a Suntup edition. I am praying Paul Suntup does Echo. That would be awesome. And Oracle and November are the next two books that Thomas Olde Heuvelt will be translating into English. So I can't wait to get those. Can't wait to have him back on the channel to talk about Oracle. Interestingly, this is the first book I've been tempted to shelve next to the author's other works. I've always shelved my Suntup books next to the other Suntup books in the order of announcement. And I don't want to spread them around my shelves and put them by the author's other works if I have any such books. For example, I have Patrick McCabe books. I have Keelan Patrick Burke books. I have Anya Allborn books that are not Suntup editions, but yet I've shelved the Suntup editions away from those other books. But this one, I don't know what about it makes me want to put it next to the other Thomas Olde Heuvelt books and put it on the shelf. And maybe someday that's what will happen with my Suntup collection. Maybe I'll spread them out and shelve them by author like I have all my other books. I don't know. For now, I'll probably be next to my other Suntups, but I'm tempted. Until next time, have a book, have a beverage, stay frosty.